This is volunteer research conducted by Camel Kata, an independent researcher and Pi network pioneer. All information has been verified from official sources. No financial advice is provided. This document is for educational purposes only. About this document, this comprehensive guide explains Pi Network's consensus algorithm and how it works, the revolutionary GCV, global currency value, dual pricing system, testnet 2v23 specifications and mainnet migration, how the internal GCV system, $314,159, differs from market price, quantum-resistant v24 protocol, and future roadmap pioneer, benefits and realistic wealth scenarios, complete interactions with internal and external systems. Camel Kata's introduction. Hello. I am Camel Kata, a pioneer seeking to discover the Pi network system and share knowledge with the community. I am an independent researcher and volunteer who has spent considerable time studying Pi network's ecosystem, technical infrastructure, consensus mechanisms, and the revolutionary path from testnet 2v23 to the advanced v24 protocol. In this document, I aim to professionally explain the sophisticated algorithms that power Pi network, how pioneers benefit from testnet 2v23 upgrade during mainnet migration, what v24 represents and why quantum resistance is essential, how we interact with internal systems before global launch, the GCV system, and how it protects value during transition. Realistic financial outcomes based on adoption scenarios. This is volunteer work dedicated to our community. Every detail has been researched and verified from official sources. Part 1. Stellar Consensus Protocol, SCP. Question 1. What is the Stellar Consensus Protocol, and how does it differ from Bitcoin's proof of work? Answer 1. The Stellar Consensus Protocol, SCP, is fundamentally different from Bitcoin's proof of work system. Bitcoin's proof of work system requires expensive mining hardware, ASIC miners costing $10,000 plus, consumes massive electricity, approximately 1,300 kilowatt-hours per transaction. Consensus achieved through computational competition, only accessible to those with capital for equipment. Transaction confirmation takes 10+ minutes. Environmental impact. Approximately 650 megatons CO2 annually. Pi Network's Stellar Consensus Protocol. No special hardware required, works on smartphones. Minimal energy consumption, equivalent to a few email transactions. Consensus achieved through trust relationships and security circles. Anyone with a smartphone can participate equally. Transaction confirmation in 4 to 6 seconds. Environmental impact, negligible. Sustainable technology. The core difference. Aspect. Bitcoin Pi network. Consensus question. Who has most computing power? Who do you trust? Hardware. ASIC miners, $10,000+. Smartphone free. Energy 650 megatons CO2/year. Negligible transactions /second 7 TPS 5,000 plus TPS v23. Confirmation time 10+ minutes 4 to 6 seconds. Accessibility. Wealthy only everyone globally. SCP key advantages. 1. Scalability. SCP can handle thousands of transactions per second. Bitcoin handles 7 TPS. Ethereum handles 15. Pi network handles 5,000 plus TPS at launch, scaling to 50,000 plus with v24. 2. Energy efficiency. Pi uses 99.9% less energy than Bitcoin. A single Bitcoin transaction uses as much electricity as an average American home for one day. A Pi transaction uses less electricity than a millisecond of internet usage. 3. Accessibility. Anyone can participate equally. You don't need capital for expensive equipment. You just need a smartphone and trusted relationships. This makes Pi accessible to 2+ billion unbanked people on Earth. 4. Speed. Transaction confirmation in 4 to 6 seconds means you can buy coffee with Pi. Bitcoin takes 10 to 60 minutes. This makes Pi practical for everyday commerce. 5. Decentralization. No single point of failure. No central authority controls validation. The network remains operational even if individual nodes fail. Part 2. Security circles and Sybil attack prevention. Question 2. What are security circles and how do they secure the blockchain? Answer 2. Security circles are the human-centric innovation that makes Pi unique. What security circles are? Security circles are groups of people you personally trust. Each pioneer creates their own circle by inviting trusted friends, family, or colleagues who also use Pi. You only invite people you know and trust personally. How security circles work. 1. You select individuals you trust, typically 3 to 5 people. 2. They reciprocate by adding you to their circles. 3. The system uses overlapping trust networks to validate transactions. 4. When consensus is needed, the network checks if your trusted peers agree. Sybil attack prevention. What is a Sybil attack? A Sybil attack occurs when a bad actor creates thousands of fake accounts to gain control of a network. How security circles prevent Sybil attacks. You can only add real people you know, identity verification required. Fake accounts won't have real trust relationships, obvious. And isolated. The overlapping trust network requires widespread agreement, impossible to fake. Attack must fool entire network, not just one circle. Example of how this works. If you add Alice, Bob, and Charlie to your security circle, and they add you back, you form a local trust cluster. When you send a transaction, this cluster validates it. The network requires multiple overlapping clusters to agree. This makes it impossible for one person to manipulate the system. Real-world comparison. System authority security model accessibility. Traditional banking centralized bank decides validity. Wealthy with ID Bitcoin miners, 51% majority. Computational power capital for mining. Pi network trusted social network human relationships anyone with phone. Part 3. Three-phase consensus process. Question 3. How does the three-phase consensus process work in detail? Answer 3. Pi network reaches agreement through 3 critical phases. Phase 1. Nomination, the proposal stage. Less than 1 second. What happens? Your node proposes a transaction to the network. Your security circle receives and reviews the transaction. They check if the transaction is legitimate. Each member votes yes or no based on validation rules. Validation checks. Is the digital signature valid? Cryptographic verification. Does the sender have sufficient balance? Account verification. Is this a known transaction or duplicate? Replay protection. Is the transaction format correct? Syntax verification. Outcome. Transaction determines if valid, meets all technical requirements. Phase 2. Prepare, the commitment stage. 2 to 3 seconds. What happens? Nodes that approved in Phase 1 prepare to commit. Each node announces their prepared state to others. Nodes exchange prepare messages to ensure consistency. All quorum slices coordinate. For same transaction set the problem it solves. Prevents double spending. If you tried to send the same 10 pi to both Alice and Bob, the prepare phase would detect the contradiction. Only one transaction would be prepared globally. Outcome. Transaction reaches consistency across entire network.